What's going on, YouTube? Team G Sale back with another pickup video. Just wanted to say that this is going to be the video for the video game giveaway. I have now hit 200 subscribers. I think I'm at 202. So just before we even get started, please comment below. Comment anything. Something you saw that I picked up that was cool, nice video, doesn't matter. All the people who comment on this video will be automatically entered into the draw. The next time my Gex video I release will be a randomizer that will give away one of the following 3 games. The first game is going to be Pokemon Platinum. It's complete in the case, in very good shape, and pretty expensive now. This one's gone up. The next one, Parasite Eve 2, also complete in the case, very good condition. And finally, Super Smash Bros. For the N64 loose cartridge. Label is in great shape. Overall, good card. So all the people who comment on this video will automatically be entered, and one of you will win your choice of one of those 3 games just for subscribing and following the channel. And I'll do another one once I get to 300. My plan is to do one every time we get to the 100 mark of any of those. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't, share with your friends, let them know about it. I'm trying to get the channel to grow as much as I can. I started with my first collection video last time around, and I'm hoping to get more and more as as I have time. I'm going to go through each part of my collection. Next one up will be Super Nintendo. It's a smaller one, so we'll go through it, but I added something nice to it today. So once again, as usual, we will start with non-video game pickups. There weren't too many this week. There were 2 board games. Facebook Marketplace, a gentleman had them posted. He wanted 15 each. I talked him down to 12. We ended up doing 2 for 20 was the deal I ended up getting. So I ended up getting them for 10, even though I offered 12. He was a really nice guy, actually. Turns out he's an older gentleman, collects a lot of different things, and he ended up wanting a model kit that I had. So I ended up getting 10 bucks back. So technically, I got one of these for free, but I still haven't met up with him to make that actual arrangement. The first game I got off of him was the A-Team. Now, the game is in very, very good condition. It's complete. And again, I watched a little bit of the A-Team. It was one of those rare sort of 70s, early 80s shows that I actually did get a chance to watch. So glad to add it to my collection. This actually wasn't what caught my eye, because I actually see this game fairly frequently. This was the one I never see, and he had them both. And this is the Mr. T board game. Also in pretty good conditions, not quite as good as the other one. It's got a little tape on one of the corners, but the game is complete, and really happy to add the Mr. T board game to the collection. The last non-video game pickup today came from, it was free actually. I went to my parents' house to check in on them and drop off some groceries, and my mom had mentioned that they were cleaning out their storage closet downstairs, and I already knew that all the video game stuff had been taken by me earlier, but she mentioned there were some VHSs, and she thought I might want some of them. And so this was the first one that most of them I left behind, but this one I did take, and this is the Alien Legacy collection. So it's in a nice cover box, and it's got 5 of the Alien films. And this actually was mine from when I was younger, and I'm happy to put it back in my own VHS collection. There's something else that I found there, but I'll leave that till a little bit later. Anyways, guys, in terms of non-video game pickups... Oh, my apologies, sorry, there's more. They're over here. My good friend Neil sent me a link for a Garfield lot of books and calendars and things, and the gentleman wanted $10 for everything. I went down to his place. We did a contactless pickup where I e-transferred it and picked it up, and these are the items I got from him. The first one is the 4th Garfield Treasury. I have this one already, but he wasn't willing to separate them. These are really nice colored Garfield cartoons. I'll probably end up maybe trading or selling this. It's not worth very much, but just cool to get it in the collection. Or sorry, just again, I had the. That being said, actually, this was an upgrade because the one I had was in worse condition. So this one was slightly better. I got the 5th Garfield Treasury. This one I didn't own. So I was actually happy to add this one to the collection. Again, as you can tell, there's a number of these treasuries. And as the other one, they are just collections of Garfield comic books. He had this in there, which is a calendar, 1997, Garfield Visits Rockwell. So I guess it's Norman Rockwell paintings with Garfield in them. I'm not sure. It's kind of weird. It's basically a calendar with Garfield comics in it. Cool add to the collection. He had this golden book, Garfield the Cat Show. I have a few of these golden books. This one's kind of cool. And then finally he had these, the little comic strip books. I have a number of these already. So this one I didn't have, and this one's Garfield at Large. So I add that one to the collection. It's actually in rough shape, this one, unfortunately. This one I did have already, but I did an upgrade for it. So this is Garfield Goes Hollywood. This one I didn't have, and it's the Garfield Fat Cat 3-pack. There's actually a few of these. I do have one of them, but this one I did not have. This one I did have, and it's Garfield Weighs In. And I had... This one I did not have, and it's Garfield Eats His Heart Out. There is one other thing, but I'm going to leave it because it ties into something else that is in the video game collection. So, generally speaking, that's it for non-video game pickups, but let's just go and not waste any time and jump right into video game pickups. You probably remember I got an Atari 800 XL computer. The woman who sold it to me messaged me that she had some Commodore stuff. Now, most of it was a little pricey for me, but she had this that kind of caught my eye, and this is a VIC-20 book of games. I could not really find much on eBay for what these actually go for, but if you open it up, it's a number of cassette tape games. It's actually in pretty good shape. She's got the manuals and everything. So, kind of cool. I mean, I don't have a Commodore tape player, but maybe I'll get one day, and then I could play such games as Downhill Skiing and Trapman. But either way, kind of cool to add to the collection. Got a GameCube memory card. This was actually at my parents' place, so this was free. Strange, because I don't remember owning a GameCube, so it's probably my brother's, because I definitely wasn't mine, but they found it in their storage closet. These two games I got off of Facebook Marketplace. I actually bought off this gentleman before. I bought a bunch of Super Nintendo games off him. He had a whole bunch of $5 games. The first one I didn't own, so I wanted to add this to my original Xbox collection, is Serious Sam 2. I have Serious Sam, but now I have both of them. And it is complete in the case. I really like the Serious Sam games. They're very fun. And the other one I already had, but I couldn't pass this up because the prices on these seem to have shot up. And this is Raiden Fighter Aces for the Xbox 360. This was one that was on my list very early. It's an exclusive to the 360. It's a very, very good shooter. And this one is missing the manual, unfortunately, but I do plan to trade or sell this because it got some value. So for $5, it was definitely worth it. I picked up two Wii games. Both of them were off of Facebook Marketplace. I got them for $5 each. The first one is Mortimer Beckett and the Secret of Spooky Manor. This was one I needed for my collection. And it is complete in the case. All of the pickups I did, the people have been really good. I've been e-transferring them and then just sort of meeting up with them, and they'll leave it in their mailbox. I wear gloves, I disinfect everything before it comes into my vehicle. So it's been good. And the next one is Family Party Fitness Fun, $5 for this one. She was actually asking $10, but I offered her $5 because there's no way this game is worth $10, and it is complete in the case. Now, the next one here is a couple Super Nintendo games. And the first one, the gentleman had it on Facebook Marketplace for $20. I asked them if they'd take 10 because it had some what looked like damage, but it turned out just to be dirt. I actually ended up getting it off, and they said absolutely $10 is fine. So I ended up getting one that's off my wanted list, and this is Killer Instinct. This is a game I owned as a kid. Really fun game. Love the arcade a lot better than the Super Nintendo port, but this Super Nintendo port was very good. So I'm down to, I think, 7 games now that I want for the Super Nintendo, so I'm really keeping my eye out for ActRaiser. You know what, actually, yeah, okay, I'll tell them now. But ActRaiser, Secret of Evermore, Mega Man X, Ranma Half, Hard Battle, Virtual Bart, Earthworm Jim, and I'm missing one. But yeah, those are the games I'm still keeping my eye out for. Star Fox, there you go. Here's the other one. Now, when I was about to finish the deal, she goes, I do have some other Super Nintendo games. And I said, okay. So she sent me a picture. Most of them I had, but this one I didn't. And I said, what do you want for it? And she said, just give me 2 for $20. So this one was $10. It's actually quite an expensive game. And fortunately, it has a rough label. But this is Mystical Ninja for the Super Nintendo. As you can kind of tell, I'll try to get a close up there, there is a rip in the label. It's unfortunate, but I mean, for $10, this is totally worth it for me. And I mean, I'm just looking to play this one, not really sell it, so it'll just get added to the collection. Okay, so I'm at my mom's house looking at these VHSs, and I noticed this in there, and right away, I knew that there was no way that the game was in this, because I have the game. It's one of the original games that I kept from my childhood. And this is Friday the 13th. This was the box and the manual, but when I picked it up, it was heavy. And I thought, okay, well, there's what's in there? And I open it up, and it's full of manuals. And some of them, these are all mine from when I was a kid, and some of these do hold some value. I'll go through them quickly. Also in there was It's a Garfield World book. That's why I kept this for there. This was mine as a kid, so this was cool to put back in the collection. Okay, so first of all, there was the manual for Friday the 13th, because the box and game were complete. It also came with a bunch of sort of posters and inserts. There's like a Killer Instinct poster. There's something for like GoldenEye in there as well. Just some random stuff. But then here comes the cool stuff. So the manual for Ranma Half Hard Battle. Owned this game as a kid. Literally forgot I owned it until I went through this box and looked at this manual. Started looking through the manual, watched some gameplay. I'm like, yep, I definitely own that game, and forgot all about it. The manual for ActRaiser. Yes, I love ActRaiser. Fantastic game. I'll talk more about it in my Super Nintendo collection video. There is the manual for Killer Instinct. Funny, because I just bought it. The problem with the manual for Killer Instinct is it is missing the actual cover. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I have the manual for Super Mario All-Stars. And lastly, here's the good one. The manual for Chrono Trigger. Yes, this was my original copy of my Chrono Trigger that I love. So this was really cool to add to the collection. And it goes perfect with my next pickup. Good friend of mine, Lisa, she's one of the admins of the group that I run on Facebook, messaged about some prices. She was looking to clear out some Super Nintendo games. She mentioned she had this. I messaged her. We worked out a deal. I thought it was a fair deal. It's more than I've spent on video games in a very, very long time. But I added a game back to the collection that I really wanted because I had sold mine years back to buy some Nintendo games, and I finally got Chrono Trigger back in the collection. And I paid $100 for it, which is definitely lower than market value, but it's not like I got it for like for $5 or something. But I'm really happy to add that back to the collection, and now I have it with the manual. That's kind of perfect how that worked out. Not only did I find Killer Instinct with the manual, but I got Chrono Trigger with the manual. So that's really, really cool to have. So thanks, Lisa. Great deal. I'm happy. Got it back in my collection. Now, the last 3 games are all Wii titles, and these were all from the profits of that Atari 800 XL lot. So if you watched my previous pickup video, I found an Atari 800 XL. I paid $50 or was it $40 for the entire lot, and I sold it for $250. So I ended up getting these 3 games with the $200 profit. The first one is We Sing the 80s. One that I've been missing from my collection. A little bit uncommon. This copy is sealed, so I can't show you the inside. I picked this up off of eBay. I believe it was $35, I think, on eBay. But again, since it's all profit, I didn't pay a thing. The next one I've been looking for a while. It used to be a $100 game. It's definitely come down in price, and there are still lots of copies, but it is somewhat uncommon, and that's Fritz Chess. A lot of people were snagging these at GameStop for like $1 when they were clearing them out. I was not fortunate to be one of those people. But here it is, complete in the box case, I should say. And I ended up paying, I think, $50 for this one off of eBay. But again, this was all profit, so none of this cost me anything. Sorry. And the last one is a game I've been looking for a long time. It's one of what I would consider my grail games for the Wii. Not a lot of Wii games go for over $100. This one happens to be one of them. I wouldn't put this in like the top 5 rarest Wii games, but it's definitely, I would say, maybe in the top 10, and it's very hard to find, and that's American Mensa Academy. It's also one that a lot of people know about now. And it's complete in the case. The guy was asking, I think, $130 for this with free shipping, and I offered him $110 and he took it. So I ended up getting that for $110. 50 for that one for Fritz Chess, and 35 for that. Was pretty much close to 200, so I think I still have $10 of profit left over. But either way, that's it. So once again, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button below, and you have to comment on this video to be entered in the draw. So please comment below anything you want, and I will make sure your name gets entered in the randomizer, just like I did in my last giveaway. I will show the randomizer list. I will show everything in my next video, so you can make sure that everything is legit and the games are actually being given to people. The last time around, the person who got it was actually a local collector named Adam. So he picked up a, what did I give him again? It was a PAL NES title that he didn't own. I ended up giving him that. So, but again, I'm trying to give the games more expensive as the subscribers get higher. So these games here are kind of like $50 games. Maybe next time I'll give away something even more valuable. Actually, Pokemon Platinum's, I think, more than $50 now, so it's kind of crazy. But either way, again, guys, smash the like button if you like the content here, and share with your friends. Let them know. I'm definitely looking to get more subscribers and grow the channel even more. I have some new lighting that I ordered that should be here this week, so hopefully making the videos with some better lighting. My next goal is to get a better microphone, and working on sort of the gaming room space, and I'm going to keep pumping out collection videos in the next couple weeks. Expect to see a few more coming up. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Talk to you later. Bye now.